Hello everyone, how are you all? In this video, I'm diving deep into how Wi-Fi networks are hacked and more importantly, how you can protect yourself from being the next target. This video is for educational purpose only, so we are not here to break the law. We are here to break down the risk and show you how to fight back, right? So we will start it. Okay, so first, let me tell you about myself. My name is Sumit Jain, and I'm a penetration tester and security consultant. I have 10 plus years of experience in ethical hacking, VAPT, and red team operations. I have conducted few workshops, trainings, and internships for thousands of students, specializes in blue and red team operations, and I'm passionate about building the next generation of cybersecurity defenders. So this particular video is only made for educational or awareness purpose. All demonstration I'm going to show you are conducted in a controlled environment or on authorized networks. Never perform these attacks on any unauthorized Wi-Fi, right? So the main goal is to help you understand how attackers work and how to protect your network. Okay. So what will be the objective of this session? So basically, you will get understand how hackers can compromise insecure Wi-Fi networks, a real demo using ethical hacking tools, how to secure your Wi-Fi networks like a pro, and some practical tips to stay protected in 2025. So basically, how you can uh, protect your Wi-Fi, how you can increase your Wi-Fi security. So the tools I'm going to use in this particular video is Kali Linux operating system, a additional Wi-Fi adapter, which is monitor mode enabled, and I'm going to use TP-Link. So the images are here. Then Airmon NG, Aerodump NG, Airplay NG, Aircrack, and some word list to crack the password. So if we talk about the Wi-Fi security standards, so this is the security standard timeline. Like initial days in 1997, 802.11 ratification Wi-Fi is created. Then we have WEP encryption. Then we got WPA encryption. Then WPA2, and right now we have WPA3 with additional security measurements. And if we talk about the common difference between these encryption channels, so WEP is less secure compared to WPA3, and WPA and PA2 is also the encryption channel. So the level of security, if we talk about, so in WEP is very low, WPA is low, WPA2 is high, and WPA3 is very high. So if you want to create a Wi-Fi network or are going to use a Wi-Fi network, so it should be considered like you will use the encryption of WPA3, because it is using the key size of 128 bit and 256 bit, and the encryption algorithm it is using is AES CCMP, AES GCMP, and all, right? So let's talk about the common Wi-Fi techniques. So we have evil twin attack, in which the hacker sets up a fake Wi-Fi access point with same name, basically the SSID, as a legitimate one to trick users into connecting. So the goal of this attack is to steal data like passwords or session cookie, or even performing MITM attacks. So this is the most common Wi-Fi attack eventually the hackers are using. Then the second attack we have is de-authentication attack. So in this particular attack, what hackers do, they will sending some de-authentication packet. So basically the goal of this attack is to capture the handshakes, because the when the device reconnects or are redirecting to a malicious hotspot. The third attack we have is WPA, WPA2 handshake captures and cracking. So the capturing the handshake when a user connects some similarly like a deauthentication packet, then using a word list to brute force the password and get figuring out what the real password is. So the goal of this attack is to getting unauthorized access to the Wi-Fi network. Then we have WPS pin brute attack. So in this, it is only exploitable when you are using WPS, which is Wi-Fi protected setup. So this particular setup is protected by the 8-digit pin. So the attackers trying to brute force these pins, 8-digit pins, and try to get your password. Then we have some few more attack, which is MITM over Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi phishing portal, packet sniffing, or KRA crack attack, right? So these are the common examples of common Wi-Fi techniques. So before starting the demonstration, I'm going to tell you that this is the common concept you need to know about before protecting your Wi-Fi, like how these attacks happens, the common techniques, how the encryption works, something like this. So now let's move with the live demonstration. So first you need a Wi-Fi adapter connected with your Kali Linux, and then you need to enable your monitor mode. Once your monitor mode was enabled, you can issue the command to enable the monitor mode, which is airmon-ng and then start WLAN 0. So I'm going to switch my Kali Linux right now and then showing you how these attacks are happen. So first we will open a terminal. You can open it by clicking the terminal icon. Once your terminal is open, what you can do, you can check uh, if your adapter is connected with your operating system. So you can issue a command iwconfig, and then I'm going to redirecting myself into the directory for practice, and here you can change your local user to the root user. So when you run the airmon, it will be executed with the permission root. And now I'm again checking with iwconfig if my wireless adapter is connected with the system or not. And when you find out like the Wi-Fi adapter is connected to the system, what you can do, you can run the command I showed you earlier, which is airmon start WLAN 0, because right now your interface is WLAN 0. So we will starting it airmon-ng, then start and WLAN 0. What this command will do, using this command you can start the WLAN monitor mode. As you see here, like the iwconfig result, you see like ESSID is off or any, right? So we have to enable the monitor mode. And why we need to enable the monitor mode is like some of the sometimes the packets are blocked or Wi-Fi packet capturing is blocked, so we have to enable the monitor mode. So as soon as you hit enter, your monitor mode was enabled. As you see in the command lines output, monitor mode is enabled. Okay, so now what you have to do, you have to kill the process. So for killing the process, we need another command, which is airmon-ng space check space kill. So what's this kill process? So killing process that might interfere with the monitor mode or wireless packet capture. So if some processes are already opened in your system, the command will kill it. And if the processes are already open and if you're trying to capture the packets, you will get some error. So it's better to run the command to check if any processes are live or not. Okay, so let me tell you how you will run this command. So our monitor mode was enabled, and now we have to check, or we have to run the killing process, which is airmon -ng, then check space kill. Okay, so no processes was running, so we do not have to worry, but just for rechecking purpose or revalidation type of purpose, we run the command. Now after that, what you have to do, you have to scan for networks. So for that we are going to use arrow dump. So using arrow dump command, we will running our interface name, which is wlan 0, and when you run this command, it will scan all your networks, like whatever networks you are that is available right now, you will get it. So let's run this command again. So arrow dump -ng space wlan 0. Do not forget to mention your interface name. As soon as you enter the command will capture available networks. From here, you need to select whatever network you want to attack on, and then you have to use, or you have to launch the command for capturing the packets. So to capture the handshake, you need to run this command, which is arrow dump -ng wlan 0. This is your interface name -c, then your channel name space double hyphen bss id space your router address space -w. This is, now you have to provide a file name where the captured handshake will be present. So whatever file name you want to choose, you can put it here. So that will be your command to capture the handshake. So arrow dump -ng wlan 0 space -c, that means channel name, you have to provide the channel id hyphen bss id space router address -w, and again you are going to put a file name here. Okay, so let's run this command. So I'm using the tag on this. So typing arrow dump -ng space wlan 0 -c, then selecting the channel, which is 1. Let me recheck that. Yes, the channel name is 1. You can check it. Then I will put -bss id space the router address. This is the address of the router, so I'm going to put it. Then -w and providing a file name. So I'm providing the file name as pass hash. Now when you run this command, the capturing handshake will be available, and you have to open a new terminal to launch the deauthentication packet. So to launch the authentication packet, you have to run another command in another terminal. So we have to deauthenticate the users. So for that, you will run this command, which is ai replay -ng deauth and then 10 -a, and again your bss id address and space your interface address. So using this command, your uh, users will be deauthenticated. Basically this command will issue deauthentication packets. So when users is deauthenticated and the user wants to connect again, our previous command will capture the handshake, and the handshake will be stored in a file. Okay, so you have to run this command in another terminal. So let's run it. So air replay, let me change back to the root. air replay hyphen ng space hyphen hyphen dauth 0 hyphen a, then your address and your interface name. So this will issue deauthentication packets. As you see on the terminal right now, the packets are now deauthenticated and you will get the handshake here. So once the file was captured, now you have to crack this handshake, and for that we need a word list and a another tool. So the name of the tool is aircrack. So aircrack is going to use, or aircrack will crack the file that you captured using a word list. So you have to provide a word list. So in your system there are many default word lists are available. So for Wi-Fi attacks you can use the roku.txt, which is available under /user/share/word lists, right? So this will be the command to crack the password, aircrack -ng, then your captured handshake file name space -w space your word list name. Okay, let's run it. So this is my file pass hash. I'm going to run aircrack -ng, then the file name, which is pass hash, then -w, and a word list. So for this attack, I'm going to use a specific word list, which is I created using custom word lists. So this is the word list I'm going to use. So I'm providing the path in the -w and hitting the enter. As soon as you provide or enter the command, your according to your word list, your captured handshake will be cracked. If your word list is properly accurate, you will get the password like I got. So that's how the attackers are going to crack the unprotected Wi-Fi's. So the question is how to protect Wi-Fi networks. So I'm going to provide some basic checklists. So according to me, use some strong passwords or unique passwords, disable WPS encryption, use WPA3 encryption, update your router firmware, hide SSID name. Also, you can enable MAC filtering or IP filtration, and you can also monitor connected devices through your router. Because if you find any malicious devices was connected with your router, you can easily remove it. So that will be for today. Check me out on LinkedIn, and thank you once again for joining this session.